The movie starts with a frightened woman running towards a gas station seeking help. She spots a phone booth and dials 911. While scared and confused, she informs the operator that someone has taken both of her sons. However, as she tries to describe her location, a ray of light illuminates, and she vanishes along with the phone booth. The next morning, police arrive at the scene. Officer Murphy discovers a wallet belonging to a woman named Nancy McPherson. Elsewhere, April and her boyfriend Kyle are getting ready to go to her mother's cabin in the woods, along with their friends Seth, Melanie, and Lex. While traveling, Seth fires a flare, prompting Officer Murphy to pull them over and investigate their final destination. They inform him that they will be spending the weekend at a cabin in the nearby woods. Officer Murphy tells them about unusual disturbances in the area, break-ins and animals being killed. He warns them and tells them to stay out of trouble in the cabin. Once the group reaches the cabin, they waste no time, and the celebrations begin immediately. After a while, April and her friend Mel go for a walk around the cabin. "What the hell are you doing there?" As they discuss April's relationship with Kyle, Mel's dog gets scared and runs away. They follow him to an abandoned house where they hear him barking from inside. Despite the sign warning trespassers to stay away, Mel enters the property to find her dog. April follows, and they begin searching the area. They soon discover that the owner is growing marijuana on the property, and that's why he doesn't want anyone around. Mel is thrilled when she finds the stash and suggests they take some with them. I can't blame her. However, while they are still on the property, the owner confronts them and questions their presence. Scared to death, the girls explained that they were searching for their dog and they came from a cabin in the area. Upon further conversation, Travis is revealed as April's father's friend. April remembers that Travis and her father used to take her fishing. They catch up at Travis's place. Travis shows them a picture of a flying object that his motion-activated thermal cameras picked up. He thinks it is a secret military aircraft, and they have been using the area for testing since the Cold War. He starts talking about living off the grid and how he's being watched. Mel gets tired of hearing Travis's conspiracy theories and asks about buying some weed, to which Travis gladly agrees. They head back to the cabin and begin getting high. Kyle leads April upstairs to discuss something. He plans to propose to April, but April doesn't believe in the concept of marriage because her parents got divorced. Nonetheless, he pulls out an engagement ring and proposes to April, but she declines. She tells him that she has just gotten a job in New York and she can't pass up the opportunity. Kyle is caught off guard. He storms out while the group cheers him on, thinking April said yes. At the police station, Officer Murphy has received surveillance footage from the gas station. He is shocked to see the phone booth suddenly light up and vanish. Whoa. Later that night, while everyone is buzzed from drinking, Kyle asks April for an explanation. As they talk, an object inflamed in a ball of fire comes crashing down near the cabin. Seth starts filming, and as they walk towards the crash site expecting to see an airplane, they are shocked to see what appears to be an extraterrestrial flying object. They head out to call the police and are terrified when they discover footprints leading into the woods. They lock themselves inside the cabin and try to communicate with the authorities. April suggests leaving the place immediately because the footprints are headed in their direction. As they debate their options, the power goes out. April informs everyone that this is normal as there is a storm brewing up outside. They head to the basement to check the breakers, and they hear a noise upstairs. Bang! April remembers her father used to hide a gun in the basement. She takes the gun from the basement, and they go upstairs to investigate the noise. Don't go there, don't go there. They search the cabin, but it's dark. A lightning strike illuminates the cabin and reveals an alien standing at the door. April fires a shot through the door, and the alien disappears. They go outside and see that the alien has fallen into the pool and is sinking. Everybody freaks out. They get in the car and leave the cabin in a hurry. While driving, they discover a fallen tree blocking the only road back to the city. While they figure out what to do next, Seth notices that there's no rain where he's standing. He looks up to see the massive alien spaceship hovering above. They rush back in the car, but the spaceship has fried the electronics in the car and it won't start. Lex gets out of the car, gets targeted by the ship, and gets taken by the aliens. Everyone flees in a state of hysteria into the nearby forest. Meanwhile, Officer Murphy's investigation leads him to a camper van in the woods. He knocks, but no one responds, so he enters to investigate. He discovers a camcorder on the ground, picks it up, and plays it. He sees a family out camping. They spot a light in the sky, and when the child runs off to get a better look, he is beamed up and taken by the aliens. While he looks around the trailer, a woman hiding inside attacks him. Murphy calms her down, tells her he's not there to hurt her, and requests immediate medical assistance. She informs him that they have abducted her husband and son. She claims that they conduct tests and experiments to learn everything they can about humans. She tells Murphy that they restrained her, and she couldn't stop them. Murphy reassures her that she is now safe. Meanwhile, April and her friends head over to Travis's place to explain to him what they just experienced. They show him the video of the UFO and tell him everything that happened. Travis then explains that the US government has had a treaty with the extraterrestrials since President Roosevelt's term. Seth flips out and tells Travis that they don't have time for conspiracy theories, but April tells him to shut up and let Travis talk. The treaty states that aliens are allowed to abduct humans for experiments, and in return, humans can continue to act as if they own the planet. However, this treaty has only one cardinal rule: do not engage with the aliens. Unfortunately, April broke the rule by shooting one of them. Mel notices something on the radar, and Travis confirms that it's the UFOs. The UFO disappears from the screen, and Kyle asks if it flew over them. Travis informs them that the UFOs have landed. The lights go out, and everyone rushes to get away. Travis tells them to follow the path outside, which will lead them to their cabin. He tells them that he's going to stay and fight. He engages in a firefight with the extraterrestrials, but is ultimately killed. Back at the camper, the woman urges Murphy to assist the people who are trapped in the alien ship. She says that they bring most people back, but there are still hundreds up there. Some have been there for years. April and her friends return to the cabin, and they quickly board up all the windows to keep themselves safe. Suddenly, they hear a strange noise coming from outside, and April peeks through the peephole only to find an alien standing at their doorstep. Anyone home? Meanwhile, they notice some strange lights shining through the boarded windows. In a fit of panic, Seth fires a shotgun, narrowly missing Officer Murphy and his partner as they swing the door open. They handcuff Seth and begin questioning them. April explains everything that has happened and takes them to the pool to show the spot where she shot the alien earlier, but it has vanished. While standing by the pool, they hear a strange noise coming from the barn. Murphy decides to investigate and goes inside to find Mel's dog, mutilated. As he stands there looking at the dog, an alien runs past him and jumps out the window. He fires 2 shots but misses, and he can hear the alien moving through the bushes. Murphy returns to the police cruiser and informs his partner that the kids are telling the truth. His partner starts laughing and tells Murphy that he desperately wants to believe in aliens because his girlfriend left him all of a sudden, and he can't come to terms with it. Murphy emphasizes that he woke up one morning and his girlfriend was gone. She didn't take any clothes and left no note. Now more than ever, he believes she too was taken by aliens. After their conversation, as Murphy starts the car's engine, they notice an alien standing in front of it. His partner yells at him, but Murphy remains unresponsive as he is under the control of the alien. After a few seconds, Murphy grabs the shotgun and shoots his partner, and then himself. April arrives to save Seth and takes him back to the cabin. He tells them how they got in Murphy's head and made him blow his own brains out. Seth begins to lose his mind. He snatches April's gun and assaults Kyle for attempting to break their relationship up. He abandons everyone at the cabin and decides to escape alone. Moments later, a vibration is heard and lights from the alien ship appear. The high-frequency sound wave paralyzes everyone and bursts their eardrums, causing excruciating pain. Seconds later, it stops and they make their way to the basement. Kyle stays back to fight so they don't take April. The door swings open and an alien stands in front of it. Kyle yells for it to go after him as he runs upstairs. Meanwhile, Seth runs through the woods until his flashlight runs out of battery. He lights a glow stick, kinda gay, and begins shooting in all directions after hearing a noise in the distance. Soon afterward, he is attacked by the aliens and tries crawling away as lights appear overhead. He handcuffs his arm to the tree, but he is still taken, while his arm is left dangling on the tree. In the basement, while it rumbles and shakes, Mel recalls a better time years ago when she and April were in the cabin with her father. As her speech slurs, a sleeping pill bottle falls from her hands, just as she tells April that she doesn't want to be abducted by them. Upstairs in the bathroom, Kyle stands with his knife. An alien grabs him through the mirror. With all her friends now gone, April grabs a crowbar and decides she's not going down without a fight. As she prepares to go upstairs, the lights and rumbling go away. She drops the crowbar and slowly makes her way upstairs. As she walks around, the electricity comes back on, and the stereo continues playing the music that they were listening to previously. She finds a pool of blood with Kyle's engagement ring in it, and realizes he has been taken. She runs outside and sees the spaceship's departure. She dashes back inside, grabs some fireworks, and starts firing them into the sky, attracting the attention of the UFOs who return and abduct April as well. She wakes up and finds herself embalmed in a cocoon. She breaks free and starts walking down a hallway with the lights at the end. She realizes that she is not on the spaceship but has been taken to an alien city and is being held at a human holding facility. In the meantime, Seth awakens to find himself bound and realizes his arm is missing, causing him to panic. Shortly after, an alien machine begins conducting experiments on him until his painful death. April eventually locates and releases Kyle from another cocoon. He is unconscious, so she gives him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to revive him. Kyle awakens to find April. As the two embrace, they realize aliens are standing behind them. They hold each other in fear as the aliens cast a bright light on them. Suddenly, they wake up and realize the aliens sent them back to Earth. Overjoyed with happiness, they can't believe what just happened. As they walk, they hear noise in the distance. They run towards it and see it's the military. They wave to get their attention. "Help!" April shouts as she runs towards them. One of the soldiers fires a shot that hits April in the stomach. Kyle yells for them to stop. They fire several shots that hit him as well. As they lay on the ground, Kyle takes out his engagement ring. Kyle places the ring on April's finger. Seconds later, a soldier walks up and executes both of them. A senior officer informs a man in a suit that they are the last of the survivors from the alien ship. The officer then asks what they should do with the lifeless bodies. The man responds with a cold, matter-of-fact tone. "We'll do what we always do." During the final scene, the military is depicted as carrying out a rigorous cover-up operation. They are shown working towards erasing any evidence of the event that took place and transporting everything to undisclosed top-secret facilities. Thanks for watching. Did you enjoy the movie? Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you never miss out on our new exciting videos.